me, Dustin here, Smoking Eagles Rod Shop, back with another video on the old van. Today we're gonna wash and wax this thing. I like to call this my little bikini car wash, although there is no bikinis and there is no car wash. But if you know what the bikini car wash is, yeah. Good times. Anyway, I've got some ideas for the van. I know it's rusted and crusted, but we're gonna clean the rust up a little bit. And then I've got some special patina type sauce. It's not that expensive stuff that's online all the guys are using nowadays. This is way cheaper. You can just drive to Lowe's, Menards, wherever, pick the stuff up, wax on, wax off, and you'll be happy. I'll show you guys that after I get this turd all polished up. So, I'm gonna quit yakking and I'm just gonna get to washing. Enjoy. Round one complete. It looks a lot better than it did. Just getting like 40 years worth of moss and slime and sludge and filth off of it. It's still dirty, but this lets me know what I got to work with. So the trick now is to try and smooth out all this paint, kind of almost feather edge it all back, without changing the appearance of the van, because I think it's cool. I like all these little, like how it's round and like rusting in circles, but I can't have all this bubbly paint when I put my miracle sauce on it to shine it up and protect it. This side's still wet and it's in the shade, so it's harder to see. But the whole van clean and washed. I'm gonna let this dry overnight. Then tomorrow morning, I'll pull back up here and we will get working on stage 2. This should be a 3-stage kind of thing. So, I let this stuff dry overnight. You can see it's changed colors now that I've cleaned all the sludge and slime off of it. And there isn't a whole lot I can do with it, but I need to knock kind of the edges down. I've got this giant Scotch-Brite puff ball on the end of my drill here, and I'm gonna see if this gives me kind of what I'm looking for before I put my secret sauce on here. And if it doesn't, I don't know, I'll try something else. I also got a gray Scotch-Brite pad here for these places to get that I can't really get the drill into. I'm not really trying to clean this rust up. I'm just trying to make the edges not all crusty. I think that's kind of what I need. Trick's going to be getting around these corners down inside here. But this Scotch-Brite pad ought to do that, because I don't want to scratch my paint all up. I'm just trying to get these edges so they're not all bubbly. I mean, it's still all bubbly here, so it still looks like it did before, but it doesn't have any big loose chunks hanging off of it. So I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse. I'll knock out this whole side of the van, which is really the worst side of the van, and yeah, this thing done. Alright guys, so got one side done. Didn't take too long. I think I got what I want out of it. Obviously I need to wash the dirt off of it again now. But that's what we want. I pulled it back in the shop. Sorry about the air conditioner in the background. It was free and it's noisy, but it's better than it is outside. It's only like 75 degrees out, but it's like a 90% humidity, and I was getting eaten by mosquitoes and everything else like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, screw this crap, I'm going to the shop. So I'm gonna finish up cleaning up all this rust and stuff in the shop here, and I'll give you a small taste of what the plan is for this paint, because I put a little bit of the sweet sauce on the hood here. So this is what the side of the van looks like. And that is the hood. See the shine difference? No shine, shine. No shine, shine. That took me about 5 minutes total, maybe less, to do the whole hood. It's still drying, so there's a few streaks in it, and I could put another coat on it. The beauty of this stuff is the more coats you put on, the shinier it gets. That's 2 coats. And then as she starts to dull out on you at the old swap meet or the car show, you just whoosh, brand new shine. So yeah, look at how dull it is over here. Well, the lighting sucks there, but yeah, you can actually see the lights bounce off of it now, and that's the roof. Big difference. You'll really be able to tell when I get it all done and get it outside. So maybe I'll take like this side of the van and we'll just do like one section, and then I can show you. Or maybe the back doors. Maybe that's the way to do it. We'll just do one door and not the other, and then we'll get a direct comparison. I think I might do that. Either the doors or the side, I don't know. I gotta quit yakking. I gotta get back on this, so I'll toss you guys back on time lapse. I'll try and find some sweet music for you to listen to while I knock this out. And yeah, meet you back here in a few. Well, time flies when you're having fun, guys. Got that done. Now, time to drive up to the house and rinse this baby off with a little soap and water, and then I can let it dry and start putting the secret sauce on here, you know? Like old Colonel Sanders used to call it. It's a warm one today. Van's running good though, guys. I've been driving it to work. When it ain't so freaking hot, you can't hardly sit in the thing. It's pretty. All right, I'm gonna grab the hose and get to rinsing this baby down. And yeah, we'll even get to see what the secret sauce does on the hood there when water gets on it. So I'm interested to see where this goes. All right, let's do it. All right, well, got the van all washed up again. Now, I'm gonna take it down the road and let it air dry. So much room for activities, as Jason would say. All right. Go buzz down the road, let this thing air dry real quick. I'll pull her back in the shop, and then it's patina time. Well, it already has patina. We just want to make it shiny. This thing runs good, guys. Woo! Cool air on the pits. That feels good. Little corner windows, man. If you ain't got one in your new car, you don't know what you're missing. Things are sweet. So enjoy the countryside, guys. That's what it's all about. All right, so I pulled the van over here in the, excuse me. All right, guys, so I pulled the van over here in the sun so you can see I put 2 coats just from the door over to about here, and man, can you see a difference. Look at that. It is night and day. The rust even looks better. Everything looks better. I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole van. That's like 2 coats. You just wipe it on, wait like 5 minutes, if that. Wipe on another coat, wait like 5 minutes. Within 10 minutes, it's dry to the touch. I wear gloves because this stuff gets your hands kind of sticky and gross. But yeah, I'm just gonna carry a squirt bottle of the stuff with me, and I'll show you guys what the stuff is at the end. So I'm gonna toss you up on time lapse. I'm gonna get some music on my radio box, and yeah, I'm gonna knock this out, and the van is gonna look really good, guys. I'm super excited at how this is gonna turn out. But yeah, look at that difference. Like, that door has nothing. That panel does. It just really brings that paint back, and it's super cheap, guys. Super cheap. All right, I gotta get on it. All right, guys, that's 1 coat. Make sure you keep your rag wet. When they dry out, they get stiff. Definitely want to wear gloves, because if not, your hands get gross. Yeah, so that's 1 full coat on the van, on everything. And I did kind of skip this spot here that I had already done. Let that dry for a minute. I even did right around the top edge that I could reach with my stool. I'm gonna let that dry for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Get a drink of coffee. It's already way, way, way better than it was. And then I'm gonna do a 2nd coat. guys, this is what we got. 3 coats of my secret sauce, and here it is. Here is the big secret I've been hiding from you. You may have already figured it out if you were paying attention earlier in the video, but it is Zep Wet Look Floor Polish. Cheap. Get it Menards, Lowe's, wherever. I'll put a link in the description to Amazon where you can pick this stuff up if you want. I think it's like 20 or 25 bucks for a whole gallon of it. I used 1 squirt bottle container to do the whole van, and that was 3 coats. I did everything except for the roof. The roof I only did up about that far. I got some other stuff I need to get done up there, and I didn't want this on there yet, but then I'll put this on when I'm done. 3 coats, super happy with it. I think the van looks way better than it did before. The rust, everything is nice and protected. Yeah, the van's not perfect, so the patina sauce don't have to be perfect, right? It's way better than it was. A couple of little pieces of advice for you. The squirt bottle, it worked really handy until it dried up in the nozzle and the squirt thing quit working. So I don't recommend using a squirt nozzle unless you can figure out a way for that stuff not to clog up the squirter on you. You don't want it to pool up. You really want to be careful around hinges and things like that. You can see down in there, it's got a little bit of a green tint to it. If the stuff dries when it's kind of puddled up or in a run, it turns kind of a greenish hue color, and it doesn't really look great. On a blue surface, it's fine. The stuff has a little bit of a green hue to it though, so keep that in mind. Other than that, yeah, I say it's a win. Oh, one more thing. If the sun is right down on the surface of the vehicle when you're putting the stuff on, it dries really fast, so you got to kind of work good. The first coat, I had to really saturate either the surface or my rag because it was really drinking it up. But the second and third coats, I just wanted the towel kind of moist, and then I would just keep it moist as I kept going. It would dry out a little bit, and then you just put a little more on there and keep it going, because you really don't want runs, because the stuff dries pretty quick, and then you got to try and clean the runs off. So I learned that pretty quick, and it's mostly around the edges, you know, that you don't want it to pool up on you. But quick, simple, cheap, looks good. Drag your rusty pile out. Maybe you put it on your tractor. It'll be shiny again. I like it. I'm probably gonna get some Meguiar's ceramic detailer wax stuff and then just keep that on there to protect this look, and I'm gonna call it good. I think this is a win. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Is this a good option, or would you rather have, you know, the shine juice from Vice Grip Garage, or patina sauce, or whatever? There's a bunch of different options out there, guys. Is there something that's cheaper than this and easier than this? Linseed oil, you know, I don't really like linseed oil because the stuff gets sticky and it takes forever to dry. Maybe that's your jam. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna post some stuff around my melon here like I always do of other videos we're doing around the shop. Make sure you go check all that stuff out. We appreciate all your support, and as always, keep on wrenching. Peace.